the recent slide make you change your call at all?
Good morning, and thanks for having me. Of course, it's quite clear that the markets have been under pressure, and of course, they're coming down off that high starting earlier this year and in late last year. But I think it's more interesting to sort of remember, sort of where we came from in this market. And year over year, we're up well over 100% still. The markets are still, they're still in a growth phase. It's still a nascent industry, which I know a lot of people have been saying and have said, and will probably continue to say, because we have to be reminded that the industry is still only 8 years old. There's still a lot of growth to get through and to go through. That there are going to be a lot of obstacles in something so young and immature. But yes, we're still bullish, and we're still operating in this space in a bullish manner.
It is still a very new space, but Ryan, now we're entering into the regulation phase, and that seems to have really hit the price here, especially given what we saw from the FSA over in Japan last week. Given that we are seeing regulators increasingly clamp down on the space, can we see these numbers, the kind of numbers we saw last year, well over 19,000, can we continue to see that kind of growth?
I think the growth part of the industry is actually, of course, it's going to always be one of the toughest to sort of assume that's going to occur, and we can get swept up in these potentially in irrational exuberance in a market that could be retail driven. I think what's important to look at as well is the regulatory stance of the industry. I sort of look at it as a double-edged sword. The uncertainty that's driven around this regulation is what gives pressure to this market and drives it further down, as people don't know exactly where it's going to end up. But at the same time, that same topic is going to be what's going to drive it higher in the end. Once we actually establish that regulation, the professional and traditional players that are going to be entering the market and that have already are going to continue, and they're going to get that support from the regulatory environment that they've been looking for.